All right, what's up, YouTube? This is the Take 5 podcast. I'm Aaron Action.
I'm Jack Nasty.
I'm Dustin.
Harry Justice.
All right, today's guest, we complete a set. The very special guest from Chicago, Illinois, drummer of the Midnight Devils. Please welcome Jimmy Mess. Hell yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
No problem, bro. Thank you for having me.
This is going to be fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right, today's topic, top 5 Ramones songs. I've been stoked, man.
On this subject, my favorite subject.
Hell yeah.
That's Aaron, too.
All right, Jimmy, what's your number 5?
Okay, so when I was thinking these ones, I was thinking, like, what's some songs that maybe people would fucking, you know, one of my favorite ones that, like, not a lot of people are familiar with. And I have to go with number 5, which is a hated song by a lot of fucking fans, but Crummy Stuff.
Yes.
I like that song.
Yeah, so do I. I love that song.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing crummy about that song.
No doubt. All right, Carrie, what'd you have for number 5?
So I went kind of mood today. I've been in a mood. So my number 5 is I Want to Live.
Yes.
It's on my honorable mention.
Yeah, good one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Dustin. What was your number 5?
So I got to preface this whole thing with I went down the rabbit hole with the Ramones because you asked me to.
Yeah.
I've always respected the Ramones, but I never really got into the Ramones for no particular reason. Don't hate on them at all. But so I went down the rabbit hole last night. So this is a fucking crash course for me and the Ramones. So my number 5 I came up with, and I discovered it last night, and I thought it was fucking cool. Y'all might clown me, but the cover they did of fucking Surfing Bird.
Wow.
Aaron mentioned that before on the war song.
Well, I think that's
I hate that song, and I hate the original, but I love their cover.
I mean, I the original song's dumb, but like, and so it's kind of so is their version. But I think that's cool. Is that that pick like showcases that there's more than one side of the Ramones. Like, there's definitely that serious like the world hates me fucking vibe that they had going on with some stuff, but they also had that happy-go-lucky like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so this is a good one that showed that they had a lighter side, you know.
Yeah. All right, Trex, what was your number 5?
Oh, this reminds me of somebody in school that me and Aaron knew. He used to look like Joey Ramone, and one of his favorite things was now I want to sniff some glue, because he used to sit in his room, watch cartoons, listen to Slayer, and sniff some glue.
I remember him.
Yeah. Aaron used to call him Joey Ramone.
Glue was my gateway drug.
Boy, this is gonna be fun. Boy, I'm waiting to hear some stories, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, I got him. Trust me, I got him.
Oh yeah. All right, from my list, I try to avoid the hits, but it's actually hard with Ramones. It seems like all their songs are fucking hits, man.
I know.
Joke.
And they're all
So
good.
then I decided to pick one from 5 different albums because I could have picked the whole debut album and been good. So my number 5, I Believe in Miracles off of Brain Drain.
I knew it. That's why I was
1989.
thinking.
Oh, Aaron, love you, but fuck you, man. That was my number 1.
Really?
Asshole.
So good. Like, I've told the story before, but this is the album when I actually got into it. So I was kind of late. Like, the Pet Sematary movie is actually what turned me on to the Ramones.
Dude, that's the same thing that turned me on. So, like, yeah, watching that 1989 movie, I used to watch the movie all the time and listen to like the end credits over and over.
Yes.
And over. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good. All right, Jamie, what'd you have for number 4?
For number 4, just everyone knows this song. It kind of gets looked over, but it's really one of those masterpieces. I think it's I believe it's during the fucking Richie era, and that's Somebody Put Something in My Drink.
That was on my list, and I changed it because I love that song.
Yeah,
That's an honorable mention.
It's it's cool. It just sounds cool, and it's what after that later period when Joey's voice kind of started changing,
Yeah.
and I believe he was already like sick, if not was about to be, and he had kind of got a little bit more gravelly to his voice, and
Yeah.
they became a little bit more aggressive sounding, and I thought that was a good. I've always liked that song. And it's a good example of how the Ramones can pretty much like take a song about anything and make it cool.
Yeah, no, that is a great song.
Story about that. That's actually about I think Richie Ramone getting dosed with LSD.
Yeah.
Somebody put LSD in his
Nice.
drink.
Oh,
Richie
wow.
So I've covered that song live, and that is a fun song to sing.
He doesn't get enough credit. He was a great writer for the Ramones. He wrote a lot of their good songs, and I think he was the best technical drummer in the band. But of course, Tommy was the guy. But yeah, I love that song, and this one and some of my other picks really showcase one thing that people don't really realize about the Ramones, and that was their excellent backing vocals. They always had killer backing vocals. If you really listen,
Oh my God, absolutely.
Try to cut Ramones songs, and that's where we always hit the stumbling block. Was oh shit, there's like 4-part harmonies in this.
Yeah.
So
Funny enough,
somebody
you
put
mentioned,
one in my drink, number 4.
Oh yeah.
I got a Richie story with that. Not only did I meet Richie Ramone, but my friends and I kind of kidnapped Richie Ramone so we could go smoke some weed.
That's awesome.
So we're hanging out in my friend's living room, which was at one time my practice spot, and literally just sitting there, and we're chit-chatting with Richie Ramone, losing our minds. It's like, holy shit, I'm like sitting here, I'm not partaking, but because I'm the DD at the time. But we're all watching, freaking having these awesome conversations with Richie freaking Ramone. So kind of
That's awesome.
little story there. Then my husband's friends with his former guitar player Alex, and
Alex Kane, a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I know. We know Alex.
And also, you might know that another good friend of mine, a former bandmate, Glenn Gilbert, he was the guitar player for Richie Ramone for a while.
Yeah, because wasn't he after Alex?
Yeah, he was after Alex.
Because I remember seeing him in
Ronnie Simmons is playing for him. So
yeah, well, Ronnie's now playing for Pussycat now.
he's playing for Pussycat, Rose Tattoo. Like he plays for a lot of it.
No. Oh, I know.
And Richie.
Yep.
All right, Carrie. Well, what was your number 4?
My number 4 is something I used to cover in an old band of mine. A band that I very much loved being in, and it's "I Want Something to Do."
That's a great song too. It's
Yep.
on my list.
Yeah, another good one.
Said,
That's a very
song to
sentimental
hit.
song to me. It's a very sentimental song to me. So every time I hear it, I just kind of go back in time to being young and covering that at Bernie's.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Dustin, we're done for number 4.
Like I said, this was a crash course for me. So I got a little help on this one from my dear friend Lena. She suggested a few, so I checked this one out and I liked it. Pinhead.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So
For
fun
sure.
to perform. That is such a fun song to
ease,
do.
gabba ease. You want to be one of us.
Hey, Carrie, you've done like Ramone tribute shows, haven't you?
Yes, I have. That's actually what's so funny. Like my list is kind of like if I were to put a Ramone set together, this would be the list. My buddy Dave Wharton, aka Warthog, he usually puts on these Ramones-a-thons every year. And sometimes I sing, sometimes I don't. It depends. I've actually done one year I played guitar and we did "I Want to Live." I've done some of the ones on my list. I've done Pinhead. Yeah, because I've done these before, and they are fun. They are fun to sing. They are fun to perform the whole nine. I mean, just love it.
Yeah.
Well, anything with a sing along is fucking fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To sing along.
But my favorite thing about doing Pinhead is like when you start doing that outro of "Pleased to meet you, one of us," and then I just start going nuts, and I start screaming that at the top of my lungs.
Hell yeah!
Before going into like this completely psychotic scream, and then the song ends.
All right, Trex, what was your number 4?
All right, You're Gonna Kill That Girl. Leave Home, 1977.
Very nice.
Yes, I love that song.
Man, that wasn't even on my list, and I can't.
Yeah, see, as honorable mention. Man. See, like you can't go wrong with any Ramones songs, man.
I do my top 25. You know, like.
All right, my number 4 is off that same record, "Leave Home," 1977, and "Glad to See You Go."
Oh, nice. Nice.
Good shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, with Jeff for number 3.
The breakup songs, you know, they were great at it. Joey had that 70s rondels, like Shangri-La type of voice, and that's how you know why Spector took such a note.
Everybody froze up.
Hello?
I think everybody froze up.
We're fine.
All right.
We're fine.
All right. Must be my computer then. All right. Did you say your pick, Jimmy? Because I missed it.
No, my third pick.
Okay.
I was just talking about yours, how they were great at doing breakup songs. And Joey had the 50s, you know, Shangri-La type of voice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love that about them.
Like, and that's why Spector took such a notice of them, you know. But so anyways, my number 3 has the big story that every real Ramones fan knows behind it. But even though it's a more popular song, it was one of the first songs that I heard by the Ramones, and it totally is what made me a fan. And that's the KKK Took My Baby Away.
Oh, yeah.
It's an honorable mention over here.
It's funny because Aaron just found out the story.
Yeah. I have that as an honorable mention also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I have a story to go with that, Jimmy. I'll let you go first, but then I want to definitely tell this one. This is crazy.
I mean, everybody knows the big story about how this song was written by Joey because everyone called him Johnny the Nazi or the KKK or Hitler because he ruled the band with such a you play one wrong note, you're going to get beat up. And Joey went away, and Johnny was hooking up with Joey's girlfriend behind his back. And when Joey found out about it, Joey and Johnny actually were not very good friends after that. They became, they didn't talk to each other for almost 10 years, even though they stayed in the band together. And when Joey died, Johnny didn't go to his funeral. And when they asked him why, Johnny said that's simple because he wouldn't. It all started, Joey's revenge was, I'm going to write this song, and he's going to have to play it every night because it's going to be a hit. And it was. And so the KKK Took My Baby Away. You know, that's my. And I believe there was a documentary where Dee Dee was talking, and Dee Dee kind of accidentally told this story, and people were like, "What?" And then he kind of spilled the beans on it. But yeah, KKK Took My Baby Away had a cool story about it behind it, and believe it or not, a lot of people don't know that. And,
yeah.
And it's a fucking great song, you know.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, one of the first songs I heard by the Ramones that really kind of got me into getting into them.
Yeah, it's good shit.
It's a great song. Kind of a funny, so I've got a story to go along with that, funny enough, talking about Linda and Johnny Ramone. I'm working out in Los Angeles. I'm working at the Guitar Center. Lady walks in, not really notice her. And then I see this really tall dude. And, you know, you work at a Guitar Center, so, you know, you got to go annoy the customers. You know, ask him how, you know, if I can help him with anything in thick New York accent. Nah, I'm good. And I'm like, takes me like 2 minutes and realize, like, oh shit, that's Johnny Ramone.
Oh man.
So yeah, I waited till he was finished doing what he was doing. I immediately rip a piece of paper out of a notebook, and I can't find it anymore. And oh man, I could shoot myself. Johnny Sunday. To Carrie, Gabba Gabba Hey, your pal Johnny Ramone. And it was the end of the century documentary that Dee Dee let it slip on. Because I know that documentary just as well. Yeah, that was that documentary. Because that was the first time I had ever heard the story behind KKK Took My Baby Away.
Yeah, a lot of people until then, a lot of people didn't. I didn't know until then, but
Yeah.
But that's a very good documentary too. A lot of mysteries about the Ramones were let loose in that one.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
definitely recommend watching it to anybody. Also, Dee Dee's two books, especially like Life of a Rock Star, are really good.
I'll have to check that one out. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, there was one that he wrote like with somebody else, and one he wrote by himself. Like that's the by himself one's better.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that one out.
More of that one.
Cool.
All right, Carrie, what's your number 3?
Well, my number 3 on my wish list for Ramones-a-thon set list is Bonzo Goes to Bitburg.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on my honorable mention.
Yep.
That song, so much fun to perform,
Okay,
so much
that's
fun
my
to
number
sing.
one. That's my number one.
Oh, that was your
Really?
number 1? Damn. Yeah, that is such a fun song to perform, but it just, I love the lyrical content of it. Like, just everything about that song is just perfect. Also, the fact that it's one of those songs, it's the only song I've ever heard of the Ramones where they're using xylophones in the kind of solo, which I tried to learn doing that on guitar with harmonics. Still haven't done it yet. But that was, yeah, that's my number 3, Bonzo Goes to Bitburg. The first time I actually heard it, though, funny enough, was not the Ramones. It was a band called Trashlight Vision covering it. AC/DC
Nice.
and what have you.
That song was actually the first song I've ever covered as my band when I was in high school. My second band, Nothing Sacred, a punk band. We covered that song, and we actually did it once for a Joey Ramone tribute show when he passed away. And
Oh, wow.
like the show ended in a riot. Somebody got stabbed during it.
The punk show.
Yeah, it was awesome. But that's been my favorite Ramone song since I was probably like 14 years old.
That's awesome, man.
It's never changed.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to with quality like that, man.
Met so many people that became some of my best friends just because that song played on the radio.
All right, Dustin, what's your for number 3?
For number 3, I've got so the furthest memory I have of the Ramones, and probably where I learned about them, was the Rock and Roll High School movie.
Yeah.
So y'all might clown me, but the song, I mean, I remember multiple songs, but one that stuck in my mind, and when I was going through some songs last night, I was like, fuck, was I Want You Around.
No, that's a good one.
Number 1 on my honorable mentions.
I always thought PJ Soul was super cute.
Yep.
So, yeah.
No, that is a good one.
And like Jimmy said before, it's that sugary sweet side of the Ramones that you don't often see, where it's like that very 60s pop type of thing.
Yeah.
Or the 50s girl groups or anything like that. Yeah. So it's like, and it's such a standout in the Ramones catalog. Stuff like that. And then one of my honorable mentions of I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. Sugary.
Yes. I love that. Mine too. Like I said, that whole first record, man.
Yeah. I tried to avoid the first album on my list.
Yeah.
For a whole first album could be a top 10, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we just did a debut list the other day, and that was like my number 2. I mean, best debut album of all time.
Yeah, that is one of the most perfect debuts.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the
for
Ramones
sure.
I always tell people the Ramones are my Beatles. So like that's like that album is that's you know like that's like the I Want to Hold Your Hand for me, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Abbey
Uh-huh.
Road.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Trex, what was your number 3?
Carrie just mentioned it, but I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. I
Oh.
remember this girl I liked, and I would always sing that to her.
Aw.
And she still turned me down. I guess I didn't sound like Joey.
No doubt. My number 3 off of Rocket to Russia, 1977. I Don't Care.
I like that. It's
Oh,
on my honorable
nice.
mention.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Yep.
My life philosophy song.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, what'd you have for number 2?
Okay, number 2. Oh, I fucking love this song, and I know a lot of people. Some people don't know it, but it's popular. It's great. People don't like it because they don't think it signifies the Ramones, but I love it, and that's "Howling at the Moon."
Yes.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
Yes. Love that fucking song.
Yeah.
The way musically, the way it builds,
Yes.
gets louder and heavier, and the video is awesome. Where they're all
I love it.
throwing boxes in a U-Haul truck, getting driven around
Yeah.
And it uses also, like you said, with Bonzo Goes to Bitburg, it's the other one I was talking about. It uses synths and xylophones and kazoos and God knows what else. It also is one of the few songs that has a guitar solo in it by the Ramones. So
yes, it is.
I could probably play it. It's that easy, but like it's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That is a good one.
That's definitely in my honorable mentions. It almost made my top 5. If
Yeah.
there was a top 6, that would have been number 6.
Yeah.
All right, Kara, what's your number 2?
Number 2 is originally a Whores of Babylon song between Dee Dee Ramone, Steve Bader, and Johnny Thunders, known as Poison Heart.
Yes. Yeah, that's like later stuff. Yeah, that is a great song.
That was my backup number 1 since you already took my other one. So
Well, now I'm taking your backup too, man.
we have good
I don't
taste.
change my list. I'm not changing my list.
We have great taste, apparently.
Yeah, somebody said my number 1 too. So, all right, Dustin, what'd you have for number 2?
Number 2, I'm going to keep it in the same narrative because I'm definitely out of my element with all of you being the Ramones aficionados that you all definitely have proven to be. Rock and Roll High School. The song.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll High School.
Yeah. It's a good song.
I love that song. And also, that movie's awesome, and no shame in that game, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We watched that
Video was good.
50 billion times.
Trax said we watched it like outside.
Outside
Yeah.
of the movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, I've never seen it at the theater, but yeah.
Well, we did it on my backyard theater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We had a drive-in during the COVID because we couldn't go nowhere, so we just did movies. And one night we did rock and roll movies, and that was like the encore of the movies.
Yeah.
And this is so awesome seeing it.
Interesting story. They almost wanted Van Halen to be the band, but Roger Corman said that they would have destroyed the entire.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
All right, Trax, what was your number 2?
This one I should be dedicated to Dustin. Don't Bust My Chops from Brain Drain. You know, there's always got to be a Brain Drain song in there because that's kind of the first album that we got into, and it was kind of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's a few off of that album. Can't Get You Off My Mind is good.
that whole album is good. Even the Christmas song.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, baby. I don't want to fight.
Yeah, I love that song. I love the video.
That video has a 12-year-old Liv Tyler in it.
Really?
The little girl in the red Christmas sweater in the background is Liv Tyler.
Nice. No, yeah, I never knew that.
VH1 pop-up video taught me that one.
Oh yeah. All right.
I just completely aged myself.
All right, my number 2 is off Road to Ruin, 1978. I Don't Want You.
Nice. Good one.
Yeah, that's catchy as fuck.
Oh yeah, I mean, almost all their songs are just so catchy, and
Yeah.
they really showed that. Like, I didn't realize this until I got older, but the thing I like about bands is I like good songwriting, and the Ramones were like, man, what they could do with 2 or 3 chords and a chorus, and they had that chorus, that ability to. If you go see a Ramones show, like, you know the chorus to the song by the time they do it the second time. You're singing along the first time.
Yeah.
It grabs you, hooks you.
Yeah, you're hooked. You're saying the words. I think sometimes they did that on purpose with the third verse being the same as the first verse in a lot of their songs, and so you just sing it time, you know.
Did you ever get to see them live, Jimmy?
I've never seen the Ramones live, unfortunately, or I've never seen Ramones live, unfortunately. I've seen Richie, I've seen Marky, I've seen Dee Dee, but unfortunately, I was a little too young and lacking in transportation to see him when Joey was in the band. So
Yeah,
I really wish I could have. Joey's like my idol. I wish I could have met him, but you know, I've done the next best thing as many times as I could, and probably the best one was when I saw Marky with when he had Andrew WK singing the vocals.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And, yeah, he really did. He really did it justice to Joey. He tried to sing the songs as true to the original as I can. He even sang "I Want to Be Boyfriends" of the girl that I was with, and totally like, you know, fucked me over in that one. But like, yeah, it was good. He's pointing at her from the stage, and she's just like, "Oh," I'm like, "What?"
It's
Oh, yeah.
funny because Aaron, I remember we worked at Kroger's at this time. We were baggers in the morning. Aaron come back and his wallet was gone. I said, "What the hell happened to your chain wallet?" He goes, "Man, you won't believe this, but I was in line to go in. They confiscated it, said it was deadly. But the guy in front of me had razor blades all over his jacket. I guess I wasn't lethal enough.
Wait out.
Let him pass, but no, you can't have a chain wallet. You're not lethal enough."
Yeah, I got to see the Ramones 3 times in the 90s.
Oh,
Yes. Twice at the Newport, and I seen them down in Orlando when I lived in Florida. Dude, it was so good, man. So much fun.
Yeah, I told a story about when I saw him with Aaron on Sniper's episode. What happened there?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
so I
What do you
actually got
think
to
of
see
the
Marky Ramone's Blitzkrieg, and funny enough, with Alex Kane and Claire, and it was Michael Graves singing on that one. I saw that.
Oh
on
wow.
You know, Michael Graves was great, but I thought he kind of sang. I seen him on that Blitzkrieg tour too, and
Yeah.
I thought he kind of sang the songs a little bit too Michael Graves-ish.
I'll
Like-
agree with that.
Like Misfits style.
Yeah,
more
like
his style. Yeah.
his style. And when I saw Andrew WK do it, he really sang it in Joey's style, which
That's cool.
made a
Yeah.
difference to me. He was
Right.
so great. The Misfits are like my second favorite band. So
Funny enough, Andrew WK is in the video for the Joey Ramone solo song for New York City
yeah,
off the You Know album.
yeah, he's a big Ramones fan, which I like, you know. So
Yep.
that's one thing we identify on.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jimmy, what's your number 1?
Okay, so number 1, I'm gonna give a couple. Number 1 was Bonzo Goes to Bitburg, but Carrie already said that, so I'm gonna go with my number 2. But that was already taken to the heart. I heard. So I'm going with the Old Standby, and actually, this was what I said was my favorite Ramones song until I heard the other 2, and that's Rockaway Beach.
Yeah.
That's my
Awesome
number
song.
1. That's like a tribute to the Beach Boys, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
You think it is? You think it is? I just think that that's the kind of style the Ramones song wrote. But yeah, I know it was inspired by the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the lyrics, like I still remember that he said, "Chewing out my rhythm on a bubble gum." Son, is that?
And I want some.
Yeah.
Like, it just got that immediate sing along, Rockaway
Yeah.
Beach. It makes you want to go to Rockaway Beach until you realize there's a shit beach in New York.
No.
That's funny.
I'm from New Jersey, you know, so I grew up within a stone's throw of it. And yeah, that's one thing that was cool about the Ramones. They sang about places and shit that I knew. Like when they did the cover of Palisades Park, like I knew where it was shut down, but I knew where Palisades Park was. I've been there before, you know. Like it was abandoned, but like so that was I always thought that was cool. But yeah, Rockaway Beach, it was also one of the first songs I heard by the Ramones, and it was probably my favorite song by them. Until, like I said, until I heard Bonzo Goes, until I kind of got older and more musically mature and realized that, like, you know, look at songs different ways. Let's just say. So, I mean, when I was younger, I was miserable. If it's not punk rock, it fucking sucks.
Oh yeah. All right, Carrie.
So my number one got mentioned before, but like I said, thanks, Aaron. I believe in miracles. Yeah. So in a previous episode of the Take 5 podcast, I mentioned that I had gone to Los Angeles. Well, the first time I went there, I was homeless, the whole nine. And right around then, the tribute album came out that Rob Zombie and Johnny Ramone put together. And I heard the first time I ever really heard that song was Eddie Vedder and Z. And just the way they sounded on that song was exactly how I felt at that time. Just completely just holding on to just anything you've got. And I thought the cover was wonderful. By the way, check out that because it also has a great cover of Kiss actually doing Rock and Roll Radio, and it's Gene and Paul trading off vocals on that side.
In other words,
they were actually doing Kiss the way Kiss is supposed to be. Back to the Ramones. And then I heard the original. And I was like, okay, the guys did a good cover, but there's a reason this is the way this is. And ever since then, yeah, that's been my number one.
I was never a Kiss fan, but I was slowly getting converted thanks to one of the other members of my band. But I'll have to listen to that one.
Yeah, you have to listen to that one.
Yep.
That was Sam, but me and Sniper always have arguments over who the greatest American rock and roll band was. And I always say Ramones. He always says Van Halen. We'll say it
Yep. He said he
told us that story.
He said it on his episode.
Some epic late night arguments over that one.
It's all right, Jimmy. We got your back on the Ramones, man.
Like,
Hell yeah.
Van Halen's first couple albums were pretty good, but they made 50 years of shitty music after that. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I was gonna get mad at you.
I don't know.
I'm Team Dave all the way.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm Team Dave. I am DLR all the way, man.
Oh yeah. Gary Sharon rules.
Actually, I like that album. Fuck you guys, I like that album.
Hilarious. All right, Dustin, what was your number one?
Well, my number one, Jimmy already said it. Same thing, Crash Course. Listened to the song last night, catchy as fuck. And also the fact that I've been there as well, Rockaway Beach.
Oh, yeah.
I can identify with you on that one because, like I said, the first time I heard it, it immediately became one of my favorite songs. It's cool to hear that it had that effect on somebody else, too.
Yeah.
All right, Trex, what'd you have for number one?
All right. I hope we don't have the same, but the Spider-Man theme song.
Yeah, they did do that.
Yeah, and it was from the original '70s cartoon that I like best.
With Joey's voice, he can make anything sound cool. So.
Oh yeah.
Take that pick at all.
Even the Gilligan song.
Oh yeah, and Aaron hates Gilligan Island.
We'll leave that one.
All right, my number one, Trex already said it. But off the debut album, Now I'm Gonna Sniff Some Glue. Dude, that breakdown where he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, dude, that's so hard, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jimmy, you want to promote now?
Yeah, well, first let me say something about that one. Believe it or not, that song's probably the one that, I might have been straight edge if it wasn't for that song. So, I remember one time I was in a rehabilitation facility when I was younger, and an old guy asked me, he's like, what's your drug of choice? And I remember I was like, told him what I was in there for. And then he was like, mine's Texter's Original. What? So that's some kind of like space drug. I was like, oh, he's talking about glue. Yeah.
Model glue.
One time we were in a vintage store in Virginia called the Pony. The Gold. They were like their slogan was "Stay Golden." Right next door to it was like an old vintage toy store, and I went into the toy store. I was looking around at all the action figures, and it was cool. And they said, "What you got to do is you got to go downstairs. That's where they keep all the vintage models at." And I was like, "Cool," because guess where there's vintage models? There's vintage glue. And I kind of feel like a loser for saying that. Like the Ramones kind of inspired me to. Now the first time I think of a vintage toy store, the first thing I think about is where's their glue section. But it was a good day.
That's hilarious.
But,
Oh, wait.
so I guess now doing some fucking promotion. Well, as you guys know, I'm in a band called Midnight Devils. We just came out with an album, dropped July 1st. It's called Never Beg For It. Produced by Chips Enough, mixed and engineered by Chris Steinmetz of Kiss Revenge fame. And I think 10 songs just came out on Pavement Records, who we were lucky enough to have joined over the pandemic. And we got the first single, the cover song, and we got a video after that on YouTube. It's a cover of Loverboy's Working for the Weekend. How many of you guys got a chance to check that out?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a pepped up. Even when I recorded, I said I'm just gonna play drums, do this like Ramones style, and just busted it out and did it. And I think it came out pretty good. And the video has a couple of nods to the Chris Farley, Patrick Swayze's.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in that video is when you get the pink bastard high.
Oh yeah. Funny story with that is I had a hard night the night before, and I was passed out, like totally tired and whatever the whole time. I got dressed and then I went to sleep. And a girl that was there wakes me up and she said, "Jimmy, it's time to do something. And do your part." And I'm like, what? And she may or may not have provided me with some sort of stimulant to wake up a little bit. I woke up and like immediately a minute later after waking up, they were like, "Here's a joint, like now you do your scene." So literally like that was about a minute after I woke up. And Sam even tells me, he's like, "Man, I don't know what, I was so nervous. You slept the whole time, and then bam, you got up, nailed it, and went back to sleep." Like,
Like,
yeah, I mean,
let me go back.
that scene was all chopped up, but it literally was like, "Hey, Jimmy, here's a joint. Now get high and walk around this guy." And so I mean, it's pretty natural. That's what I would have. And he was pretty hot too. I was like,
that part was funny. Ad-lib with you?
Say what?
That scene was ad-lib? Like you ad-libbed that with getting him high?
It wasn't, yeah, it was pretty much like I knew I was supposed to get him high. They gave me the bullet point, but like everything as far as like what I was doing, like the little spirit fingers and the blowing it in his face and all that stuff.
That was cool.
That's what I would do if I mean, many of you people have smoked with me, allegedly. So, you know what I do. Yeah.
Hey,
allegedly.
Hey, Jimmy, me and Trex was at the first night of the tour with Enough's Enough.
Yeah. I'm at the Ace of Cups.
Yeah, or King Clubs. Yeah,
King Clubs. The Ace of Cups is a different venue, I believe, in Columbus, right?
Yeah, with this band.
Yeah. My crash course boot camp in Glen Rock.
I remember that night. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's first show, man. That was a great, great crowd in Columbus. I think that helped us as we kicked ass that night, and the people loved it. And it was a great way to kick off the tour. And we were definitely excited to get back into Columbus. Met a lot of people. It was a good debut for our band. We're like the new album is great. Everybody should go get it. But one thing I will always tell people is the Midnight Devils, you guys, to get the full effects, you got to see us live,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
buy the CD, learn the songs so you can sing along with them when we come to your town. 'Cause if you haven't seen us, get ready for it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
To my own horn, but
No,
Yeah,
you guys are amazing. Yeah.
I mean,
We
we
just
were
try to
telling
do-
Sam how he was talking to you. His back was turned to us, but he was talking to you. Saw his hair, and I looked at Aaron. I said, "Oh my God, it's gonna be a show." It's by you guys just talking, and you did not disappoint.
Yeah.
Thank you. We just try to do that thing whenever we would go to shows. We're like, man, like, why is this band doesn't do this? I wish this band would do this. I wish this band would do that. And when me and Sam were like, let's just do all those fucking things. Anytime somebody had told us, hey, in a band before, Jimmy, don't do so many stick flips. Just don't stand up and play drums. Sam, don't talk to the crowd as much. It's like, fuck it, let's do all that stuff. Like,
Hell yeah.
let's make people we got one shot to make them remember us. So whether it's good, whether it's bad, they're gonna fucking remember us.
In reality, the Midnight Devils is what made this show what it is today. If it wasn't for you and Sam and Sniper, we wouldn't be here today talking. You guys opened the doorway for us.
Thank you very much. Like we tried to, like we're all rock and roll, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anything else?
There is, so like, I'm glad you guys know that now.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anything else? Anybody got any questions for him or anything?
But I also got one other thing. If you notice our album, the way out was done by a great artist and friend of mine. He's also my roommate. You've seen some of these things hanging on the wall back here. But Eric Loud of Loudworks Studios, so go check him out. He is responsible for putting our great album art together. And, that's Instagram at LOUDWERK, Loudworks Studios. And, check it out. He's really killed it for us. So
Awesome.
Anybody that's seen our shit knows that it looks pretty badass. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But, other than that, we got we're Midnight Devils doing Rocklahoma on September 3rd with Megadeth, Five Finger Death Punch, fucking The Who, bunch of that's Who HU. Like so that's what Labor Day weekend is. That Labor Day or Memorial? Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
Sunday, Rocklahoma, Pryor, Oklahoma, and we're also starting the second leg of the Glam Slam Metal Jam tour with Enough's Enough and Pretty Boy Floyd, and we'll be hitting the West Coast and the South, Florida through Denver, not Denver, but Nevada, Vegas, Hollywood, all that. The other side. So if we're coming to your town, check that out, and listen to the song Highway 69 is our next single that's been blowing it up lately. I think we're up to like 16,000 views, something like that. So
Nice.
Hell yeah.
check it out. There's going to be a video for that kind of thing. Other than that, if I can follow Midnight Devils, go to Instagram, follow me, Jimmy Mess. We get around, we do stuff, and so come out and see us. And also, Carrie, we've done shows with us before, a great promoter, check her out as well. And I heard that band that you're wearing might be doing some shows coming up, but I will not be involved with it. So if you like that kind of stuff, go check that out too.
Oh yeah. All right.
So
Anything else?
I have something,
Yeah.
Jimmy. If you're ever in town, if you and Midnight Devils are ever in town, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. If you and Midnight Devils ever in town, check us out. Dustin was advertising Texas Nasty Ribs. You can have some Texas Nasty Ribs if you're in town.
Yeah.
With a Trucker Zulu.
Yeah, Trex is a chef.
Oh yeah, I actually went to culinary school before I started playing music full time.
Oh yeah.
But I like it.
Terry, you're invited too.
I didn't finish it, of course, but
All right. Anything else? I know you got to go.
that covers about all of it. from
All right.
Chicago, Illinois.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, thank you for having me. And anytime, I'd love to do it in the future as well. So
Hey,
You're always
we can do a
welcome back,
Misfit.
Jimmy.
yeah, Misfits. Get me in for Misfits. That's my second.
Oh
favorite.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right. Thanks. Bye for now.
Cool. Thank you. Peace.
Say that I'm mental, say that I'm sick. 1, 2,